Okay, Reggie, did you see the statement that Billy Garland put out about the Keefe D raids and his opinion on, the whole Keefe D's involvement with everything?
Yeah. You know, I tapped at Billy early on in the interviews, called him a sperm donor and all that. Still believe that. But after that interview that was done, and I'll be honest, y'all know I tapped at that gap tooth interviewer that conducted the interview over there. Did a great job. Yeah, I know I talk bad about people, but I tell you when you did good. The brother did a good interview. He did two good interviews, even with my boy William. Y'all know where y'all got that interview from, but we'll leave that alone. But he did conducted two good interviews. Give him that. I'm saying all that to say, I stand by everything I say about Mr. Garland. Yeah, I know he used to be called something else. I refer to him as Mr. Garland now, because after that interview, I kind of understand him now. Uh, I still don't give him a pass. I'm going to reiterate it. Yeah, you knew you had a kid by your statements up until the age of 4, and then they disappeared. Let one of my kids at the age 22, 26, and 34, let one of them disappear. I'm going to find them at that age. So God forbid when they were 4, their mamas would have did that to me. I'm going to find you. But let's leave that alone. We'll table that. But my point to all of that is, he don't appear to be a bad dude from his interviewing and from talking. You know, a little of his ghetto-ness coming out, about money and stuff like that, which, hey, man, that's just human nature. But this man is an anti-government Black Panther to heart. And so I saw the statements where he said, Keefe D's a fall guy, and Keefe D answered it best. He said it best. He was like, why? Who the fuck was Tupac where the government needed to kill him? I mean, that's the one thing Keefe D was kind of right on. Um, you know, uh, y'all got to take and know people political positions, their religious positions, and their training when y'all listening to what they're saying. And so that's why I took Mr. Garland um, statements from that no matter what happened, his training was he did not F with the police or believe anything that the government or the police would say. And that's my take from it. But this is my concern, y'all. This is my concern. Man, after hearing that, I bet you his Hollywood would be up there at the court hearings every day, sitting in there. Hope the DA listening and know this is not somebody I want to call to have to come and speak once Keefe D get convicted. Uh, to the courts, because he's gonna ask for forgiveness or tell y'all he still don't believe it, the findings. Because you know how they like to bring family members in and have them give impact statements and all of that. I hope y'all know not to call Mr. Garland there. But my concern is, we know Seth is just laid back. She just don't talk. Who gonna come and speak for Tupac to the judge? Who's gonna be there consulting with the DA as the family member and the press and all of that? Y'all remember how Tory Lane dad was after the court and all of that? You need family members like that to speak to the press and to say things. I'm just wondering who's going to be that person, because everybody that's left that's y'all consider as the representative of the family, unfortunately, they anti-government. That's going to be a big issue. Another thing I want to clear up, we did an interview where I told y'all about the, y'all heard Big Gip kind of told y'all too that that he heard that it was a deal on the table. He said $900 million for Tupac's catalog. I heard $600 million, but I'm telling y'all, but y'all be listening, y'all gonna hear it. It's going to come up. But I threw out something and threw out there, and a lot of y'all misunderstanding and don't understand how the estate and the trustee situation works. The reason why Afeni elected Tom Wally to be in charge of the estate is this was a business move only. She just knew he was the best person for the job that she knew that would look out for Tupac interests. Who would y'all want to be in that position as far as dealing with the music companies and making decisions? Because if it wasn't somebody that was in that position, like a Tom Wally, you would have to pay somebody to do that. A business manager, a manager, somebody. So I just wanted to explain to y'all the breakdown. I don't know how this estate go. I know Seth is one, and I know Miss Gloria is one. I don't know where it goes from there to their kids or how. But they get 80% of everything that's generated. And so y'all know, all that Tom Wally gets, I mean, they don't get no salary, no anything. They get 20% of all incomes earned is what Tom Wally gets. 20%. So that means if in a year, 2 years, 3 years, the estate generates $100 million, they get 80 million, Tom Wally gets 20 million. That happens in all business. All the athletes y'all hear about, they're getting all these $290 million. There's somebody there that's getting 5, 10, 15, 20% of those salaries. I know most of y'all know. A lot of y'all gonna be like, oh, we know that. Just throwing this out. A lot of y'all was talking bad about me and getting on me about the, when I said Dr. Dre was getting $125,000 a month in the 90s, in 94, 95, 96. Y'all need to learn and research how corporation works. Every CEO just gets a salary. Then the corporation pays all their bills, pay for a lot of stuff. Houses, cars, phones, penthouses, businesses, and staff. And then you zero that out. So for all you idiots like, oh, Dre made so many beats and did this and all of that. Learn how corporations work before y'all come tapping that ridge in the comment sections. I'll be trying to teach y'all, educate y'all, give y'all the real. Well, some of you motherfuckers, man, it's just getting ridiculous to your level of education. Things that I don't explain because I think y'all already know. I think y'all already know these things. All right, I'll leave y'all alone. Read up on how corporation works. Bomb first.